Hey besties! So it looks like Kendra has come out to do an article with The Sun. For those of you who don't remember, Kendra is Robyn's BFF from the San Francisco trip, the one where they tried on the dresses. And Kendra also may have had a little bit of a Twitter debacle back in the day when she vouched for Mary's catfish, saying that she had spoke to and or met the catfish. I'm not entirely certain. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't on Twitter in those days. I just barely am back on Twitter now. And so I don't know all of the allegations. I just know those ones. So allegedly she vouched for Mary's catfish, and we all know who that ended up turning out. So at any rate, she wanted to come on and let us know some things about the marriage. And one of the things she wanted to let us know was that it wasn't premeditated. Bestie, you have to be running in very specific circles of Reddit to think that it's premeditated, because most people would move back where their family is from after a divorce, and her family is from St. George, Utah. She's been very upfront about the fact that her family's from St. George, Utah. In other words, you're lending fuel to a fire that you're trying to put out, and it's not working. Secondarily, she came out and said that on his filming days, not on his normal days, but on his filming days, with Mary and Christine specifically, they would make him feel like garbage, him being Cody. She alleges that they would go over and they would fight, and he would come back to Robyn, and Robyn would try to fix all of the marital strife. Two problems with that. Let's start with number one. They have told us for years that they were supposed to stay out of each other's marriages. If it didn't affect the whole family, they weren't supposed to be chit-chatting about it. So problem number one, Robyn, why are you gossiping about the other marriages? Problem number two, we have yet to see too much evidence that Robyn actually was actively trying to fix any of Cody's marriages. We know that she sort of gossiped in and around them. We've gotten some backhanded compliments and some stories that maybe have lent to the idea that she would share things with Cody, but maybe in a very particular light. Coming to mind would be this season when Janelle says that the conversation she had with Robyn about the house got back to Cody and then came out much more negative than what Janelle had thought that it was going to be. So those are the two major problems. You're not supposed to be discussing each other's marriages, and it doesn't sound like you actually were doing much to fix them. And then on the backside of that, she also talks about how Robyn's not a homewrecker. She's living the vestiges of failed polygamy. And that's true. She's not a homewrecker necessarily. This was a decision by all of these people at the same time to live in polygamy. Was it a decision to live polygamy this particular fashion? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like the contract, if you will, was vastly different. That being said, she's correct in that Robyn's not a homewrecker in the sense that she didn't come in as the other woman originally. However, she does sort of omit the idea that Robyn would be living failed polygamy by Robyn's own hand, meaning that there was not a lot that was done to make anyone feel like Robyn truly wanted what the Browns wanted out of polygamy. It sounds like from the word go, Robyn was very invested in plural monogamy, as Cody calls it. She kept her children separate, she kept her family separate, and she didn't intermingle that much. If she's living failed polygamy, it's really kind of her own fault.